Rappler CEO and executive editor Maria Ressa is arrested early Friday morning over a charge of violating the anti-dummy law. Pasig police officers served the warrant of arrest the moment that Ressa deplaned at Terminal 1 of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Ressa then poses bail worth 90,000 pesos or a little over $1,700 for the anti-dummy law offense. Ressa's co-defendants in the charge, including Rappler managing editor Glenda Gloria and members of the company's 2016 board, posted their bail worth the same amount on Wednesday, even if there was no warrant yet. Ressa was abroad when charges were filed. She says her arrest and the charges against the board send a bad signal to the world, especially the business community.
Apparently, the Philippine government isn't satisfied with arresting just me. The fact that they also included upstanding, successful tech and education entrepreneurs and businessmen, this is a bad signal to send to the rest of the world. People like Manny Ayala, who is the head of Endeavor Philippines. People like Felicia Atienza, who is an investment banker who has come home to actually set up the Chinese International School. So many of our directors who, frankly, the Philippines should be proud of. They're not criminals. Neither am I.
The charges stemmed from a complaint by the National Bureau of Investigation, which said Rappler violated the anti-dummy law for issuing Philippine Depositary Receipts or PDRs to foreign investor Omidyar Network. The Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC tried to shut down Rappler in 2018 over the PDRs, which is said is equivalent to foreign control. This is the 7th active court case against Ressa and the 11th case overall against Rappler, its directors and staff since January 2018 when the SEC attempted to shut the company down. Facebook announces a takedown of 200 pages and accounts organized by Nick Gabunada, President Rodrigo Duterte's social media manager in his 2016 campaign. In a statement posted Friday, Facebook says there were 200 pages and accounts found on Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook groups taken down for their proliferation of fake accounts. The pages are influential, with 3.6 million users following at least one of the pages. These fake accounts pushed political messaging that promoted their candidate or attacked political opponents. Facebook's head of cybersecurity policy, Nathaniel Gleicher, says the fake accounts behaved as if they were real persons. Most of the time, those who followed the fake accounts or saw the comments of these fake accounts believed that they were real. Gleicher says, quote, "Although the people behind this activity attempted to conceal their identities, our investigation found that this activity was linked to a network organized by Nick Gabunada." While Facebook says the network was helmed by Gabunada and that the pages push political messaging, they call the network a non-government actor, saying they don't have anything concrete linking the Gabunada-run network to the government. The Gabunada takedown follows similar Facebook action in January when the company took down Twinmark Enterprises for similar violations on Facebook's policies on what it calls coordinated inauthentic behavior. Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio warns the China-funded Kaliwa Dam could also end up putting up Reed Bank gas as collateral. Carpio already sounded off the alarm on the Chico River loan agreement with China, which waives immunity to patrimonial assets should the Philippines default on its loan. While the Chico River loan agreement explicitly mentions patrimonial asset as collateral, the Kaliwa Dam loan agreement does not. After a back and forth with Carpio over whether the Reed Bank could be classified as a patrimonial asset, the Department of Finance admitted on Wednesday that the gas from the Reed Bank could indeed be a collateral. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo called Carpio unpatriotic for supposedly teaching China strategies on how it could seize its territories. But Carpio laughed it off and said, "I think you know I'd be the last person to be accused of that." A British government report identifies significant issues in Chinese giant Huawei's engineering processes that pose new risks for the nation's telecommunications. Huawei is the leading manufacturer of equipment for next-generation 5G mobile networks, but some Western nations barred it for fear of China gaining access to sensitive communications and critical infrastructure. The Huawei Cybersecurity Evaluation Center, or HCSEC, says it does not believe that the defects identified are a result of Chinese state interference, but there's no significant progress made by Huawei either. HCSEC was formed in 2010 to mitigate perceived risks arising from the involvement of Huawei in critical national infrastructure. Oscar award-winning actress Angelina Jolie is reportedly in talks of joining the cast of Marvel Studios' upcoming superhero team action flick, The Eternals. The movie will be directed by Chloe Zhao. The film, which is based on the Jack Kirby comic saga in 1976, revolves around powerful, almost immortal beings called the Eternals who are at war with a monstrous group called Deviants. Angelina's latest blockbuster, the sequel to Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, premieres on October 18.